What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're wearing green. We got green on the turf as we do. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All we need is a beer in hand, but we're missing the alcoholic beverage. But today, I'm gonna help you save money. We're talking about overpriced defenders. If you're into saving funds, like the video. It hooks it up for the YouTube algorithm. It's much appreciated. Everything that we put out, it's free to be involved. Join our community. We're happy to have you. I'm talking about all defenders, fullbacks and center backs included, all inclusive. And in the comments, because I'm putting together another video, who's been your best pickup, best purchase, best SPC, and what's been your worst decision in FIFA 21? Maybe someone who didn't live up to the hype. Whether you bought them off the marketplace or unfortunately it's part of that untradeable life where you made a serious investment squad building challenge. It hurts your heart a little bit. We're gonna go through the comments as we do. Criteria: must be a defender. This is based on price versus output. Premium price point, but you get a premium player, not gonna be on the list. In rotation, these aren't random. One player iteration, we're not gonna have multiples. No repeat offenders. And then no icons. That could be a separate video. I like excluding the icons from my list. Or at least this list. Shall we begin? FIFA gods are saying, yes, Mike. The community wants this. Navas, 88 overall, 170,000 coins, give or take. I just can't work with this body type. 43 strength, that does not align with my staples when we're looking at defensive measures. And some of you will love Navas. You play him as a right wing back, you say, oh, I got the skills, I'm getting flashy, I'm giving the ins, I'm giving the outs, I'm able to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and I disagree. There's no stinging going down. There are just better options for this type of fullback. Maybe I'm a traditionalist where I want defenders that defend first. But I've always struggled with this slim body type of Navas. This year in particular, he's made more squads. I've seen him used as a center back. In fact, he has a center back option. That's a reach. That's not authentic, organic. It's not a solution to your defensive woes. You are gonna get moved and grooved right off the virtual pitch. This is a winger trying to be a defender. Imitation. Casemiro, most affordable he's been, but this is a tank playing center back and it doesn't fit FIFA 21 meta. If you saw the previous video I'm talking about yesterday, I made a statement. Has defending changed forever? We've seen so many more fullbacks just become center backs, and it's because pace pays the bills. Pace is so important. Your chase back, your defending of the through balls, the second, the third, the fourth opportunities that you get. And someone like Casemiro that turns like the brick house that he is, you're one and done. If it's a 50-50 altercation, you need someone to drive a shoulder in, sure, Casemiro will get the job. But if you need a little agility, you need some free flow, you want to be able to facilitate, you want to feel light on your feet, this guy's stuck in mud, and I'm not paying 300K for that. Koulibaly. Love him in real life, but I'll tell you right now, that 54 agility, that 43 balance, those are real statistics. That's not fraudulent. That's no fake love or fake criticism. You have yourself a weapon, but he's only able to run in one direction. And his name is not Varane. Because some people will bring up Varane and say, well, his agility and balance isn't that good either. You're right, but he's an anomaly. What you want me to tell you? You can read off Varane's stats and you say they're decent. But then you play with him in game, relentless. He's going for kills after kills, over kills. He's a constant reminder of why we don't just simply read off stats. It's why you need opinions, experiences firsthand. Also, Koulibaly gets tired, lower stamina, and he also feels heavy even when he's on the ball. So you overtake possession. It's not easy to get out of your defensive third or to find a deep pass with the likes of Koulibaly. He's real sluggish. Bit of that slow-mo. You're dropping frames. Diego Carlos. Used him on multiple occasions. He's not bad, but I was underwhelmed. This is like a Brazilian without rhythm. In fact, he is Brazilian, so that seems fitting. 6'1", very physical. The stats, they don't look bad. They say hips don't lie, stats don't lie. But he's not next level. That's how I feel. And when I'm paying premium price points and I have options, I got diversity, I've got depth. The center back role in particular, that position is the deepest. You have the most options of any position in FIFA 21 that are going to perform at a certain standard. At least 50 to 60 players are going to be top tier. You might make an argument for a few guys above that. I understand. If you're not in love, if you're not committed to the relationship, then just keep it moving. Wan-Bissaka. I I just didn't like him. I used a loan, and that was the best investment I made. Saved a lot of coins. 400,000 to be exact. Deals with the body type and the structure to a certain degree, but from a positioning standpoint, something wasn't right. I didn't win the 50-50s. I didn't feel as if I got a player that performed with this upper echelon. I was speaking English and the rest of the team was speaking Spanish. We were having some miscommunication. Does have the 4-star skills, but he's no longer fast enough to play in any other position either. You only got yourself a center back. He's not gonna be a center defensive midfielder. He's not gonna be able to compete for a fullback position. I just find him one-dimensional, and I'm not a big fan of the dimension. Robertson, 400,000 plus, and I understand what you're paying for. Let me break it down for you. First off, he's not better than Mendy, who's an 83 overall that'll cost you less than 10,000 coins. But in the Premier League, the reoccurring argument is that we are lacking killers in this position. Zinchenko, Reguilón, Luke Shaw, who's got that new inform, but he's more of a center back. Telles, Van Aanholt. That's why you're paying the high end of the price tag. Plus, he plays for Liverpool, but I don't love him. Work out some sort of hybrid. Just stay away from the Premier League for left backs, or play a right back as a left back. Do something unique or unorthodox. It does not make sense to pay such a hefty price tag for a player that is going to be above average. That's all you're getting here with Robertson. Above average. Slightly. Laporte. You know what's wild? This foot item, when it was released, cost the same price, if not more, than that inform Kyle Walker. And what's happened is he's become outdated. This is paying the premium for the vintage player, but you're not getting the modern application. I just don't feel that he's nearly as competitive, and by no means is his output not acceptable or not proficient, but I'm not looking for that. I want players that stand out in the best of ways. I want to brag to my friends, brag to the community how overpowered, how dominant, how decisive, the confidence. I need someone to lead the back line. Alpha male status. And the options are just better now, especially as you're nearing 500,000 coins. Inform Varane. Now hear me out. By no means am I saying that Varane is not top tier. Probably the most overpowered defender we have in FIFA 21. But let's compare the 87 inform, which costs 680,000, 690,000, maybe 700K if you're coming up just before the weekend, versus his 86 overall that is proven to not only frustrate and cause rage quits, but to give you a certain level of expectation and performance on the virtual pitch. Standard Varane, 86 overall, 65,000 coins. Price check, inform, 675,000 coins currently. And that might be a steal. You're often going to pay more than that. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's do a compare and contrast. So right off the rip, you're only getting 50 additional stats. Now, does that even make a big difference in the grand scheme? Pace, 79 to 80. Sprint speed, 85 to 86. Are you going to pay a 600,000 coin difference for that? I'm not. Shooting, who cares? In both circumstances, it sucks. You don't score any goals with Varane. You won't. You shouldn't. It's not happening. Passing, the stats that matter. Short passing, long passing. You went from 78 to 79. You went from 77 to 78. I'm still not paying that increase. Dribbling, agility, 62 to 64. Balance, 39 to 40. Whopping of a difference. This is what I talked about with Koulibaly. Reactions, a little bit better. Ball control by 2 points. Dribbling, still trashed here. This guy's an anomaly. These stats don't even matter. Defending, same situation. You're moving up 1 point this way, 1 point that way. Does not dramatically make this foot item better. And even the physical, it's not a big enough increase for me to pay this type of price tag. I think he's completely overpriced, not even in the ballpark. If anything, for the level of increase that you're getting, what you're receiving, it should be standard Varane at 60K, and this guy should be 300, maybe 350. Because you also have multiple Varane iterations. Why would you pay this on the 87? It makes no freaking sense. None. If you packed them, totally different story. You have them untradeable. You got the player pick. By all means, use them. AlexanderArnold. Maybe as a center mid or a holding mid, but something doesn't come together. It doesn't click. It's not as cohesive as a fullback. He's not physical enough to be a center back. If the strength was different, the skill moves were different, I'd give you a separate narrative. But I don't love him as a fullback, and I don't think his body type, his work rate, his positioning, or that strength issue allows him to be a center back. And for close to 1 million coins, that's problematic. I can pick anybody to play this position. I want it all. Total package. No complaints, no what ifs, no buts, no skepticisms. By all means, this is a fantastic foot item. I just think he's overpriced for what you're getting. You didn't see this coming. Virgil van Dijk. I can't believe I'm saying he's overpriced and we're not talking about Off-White. He's good, maybe even great, but is he the best defender in FIFA 21? Is he top 3 best defenders? Top 5 best defenders? In fact, in the comments, you let me know. Where do you rank Virgil van Dijk? Team of the Year variation. I don't even think he's in the top 5 if you're including icons. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm listening. This guy at a 96 is not going to outperform the highest Varane that we have. Would you take him over Maldini? Are you willing to shell out a couple million coins for this type of investment? Do you like him more than Ramos? Would you prefer Big Virgil instead of maybe one of those premium fullbacks moved over to a center back slot, a center back position? I know a lot of people at home that would take the informed Kyle Walker over Virgil van Dijk. 86 versus 96. That's why he has to be on the list. I've got to bring it into the conversation, the dialogue. Speaking of, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop some love. Let's have the back and forth in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are some of these players just much more valuable, maybe a different position? Did I leave off some names? I love a steady debate. You say something, I reply, then you reply, then she replies, then he replies. Before you know it, we've got ourselves classic back and forth, open-ended, looking for the best rebuttal, and we're keeping it somewhat adult-like, not resorting to those PSN messages, them Xbox line-ins. I see those all day, every day on Reddit. Don't get me wrong. If we go back in time 5 or 6 years, I've sent a few of those messages. I'm not better than that, but we've matured. We're a new Dirty Mike currently, but I have a lot more content coming out ASAP. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day.